What is good with you? It is your boy Travis Kinley coming back to you with another one from good old Texas. The time I'm recording this video is in good old Texas, Midlands, Texas. It's a beautiful day today. Beautiful day today. I'm doing all right. I tell you what, I had a load cancel on me because of COVID. These are the types of things you just got to deal with, man. Types of things you just got to deal with. Had a load canceled on me because of COVID. So I kind of had to scramble. First of all, I had to cancel the rest of the week that I had planned. Pretty awesome week I had planned too. And that's okay. It's still going to turn out to be a relatively pretty decent week. Just about 1,200 less than I had planned originally. Something of that nature. But it's not that terrible. It's not like, I'm not starving. I'm not dying because it's a little bit less, right? Nevertheless, had that load cancel, had to rebook another load, had to wait because of weekend, things of that nature. So it is what it is. Nevertheless, I'm having a good day. The weather's beautiful. Gonna catch a 34. I'm gonna sit here for a couple days because of the weekend. Gotta wait until Monday before I reload. And then we'll head on to Alabama. Finding my groove. I am definitely finding my groove. And I'm grateful for it. Earlier today, a question was asked to me, how are you doing dispatching yourself when you used to have a dispatcher, and essentially my answer was, I enjoy it. There's a little bit of a learning curve, but it didn't come too difficult for me because I'm strategical. That's how I was before trucking, so that's how I still am. So I'm always thinking about the next step and 2 steps ahead. So that's kind of a natural thing for me. So I enjoy it just because I'm just planning and it's more than just driving. For people who enjoy it like I do, it just gives you more than just driving. It gives you more to do within your own business, So that's the part that people like me enjoy because I'm doing something else besides driving that still is directly connected to the health of my business. So that part's pretty fun. I'm really enjoying it. I'm enjoying it, man. Every time people ask me, I'm enjoying it, man. I don't understand. I don't know. There's not a lot not to enjoy. You're trucking still. I mean, if you're coming from a different trucking company, I don't want to rant because I have a topic I plan on talking about right now. But if you're coming from a different trucking company, don't think coming to Landstar is going to be a drastic change. It's going to be trucking. It's just you're also dispatching yourself. So that, I don't know. For me, it's not that large of a piece. Because you can spend, let's just call it an hour. You can spend an hour planning a week, and so as long as that week doesn't fall apart, for the next 3-4 days, you really don't need to look at anything necessarily, So, I mean, it's not that large of a piece of trucking, in my opinion. Nevertheless, I'm enjoying it, okay? I don't talk to anybody from Landstar. This past Friday, I talked to one person from Landstar. It was the instructor of my orientation class, and the call was 59 seconds long, according to my recent call list. And he was just calling to say, hey, man, check in, see how everybody was doing. So I thought that was really cool. He's a cool guy, man. He's a really cool guy. So that was cool. Anyways, I want to talk about customers. It's been on my mind lately. I've had this conversation with 2 or 3 people. And then I had this conversation in Discord like an hour or 2 ago. I want to talk about customers. This, for a prime guy and probably for other mega carriers, for other mega drivers that come here, or to carriers like this one, the customers is a pretty considerable size culture shock. What do you mean, Travis? Here's what I mean. I'm going to go ahead and just spit it out. Let's just spit it out. When you start at a mega carrier and you go to these DCs and things of that nature, your perspective is only informed according to that mega carrier. And let me be frank with you, okay? A lot of these DCs, the person checking you in, the person at the receiving window, they see so many truck drivers, and they're people too, that the truckers, they lose their humanity in the eyes of the person working on behalf of the DC. I'm just going to keep it real. Listen, I'm not trashing Prime's customers, and I'm not trashing everybody who works at a DC by any means, but this is my opinion. When these folks at DCs, these guard shacks, and like I said, the people at the shipping and receiving windows, they're checking you in, they're checking you out. Because you are the 100th trucker of the day, you have lost humanity in their eyes, and you're just this piece of paper in front of them. So often, they don't even look you in the eyes. They don't smile. They don't ask you, hey, how are you? What can I do for you today? Merry Christmas, beautiful day outside. I don't expect too much talk. Don't get me wrong. Some days I don't even want to talk. But 90, so many truckers, dude. Most truckers know and feel. They feel what I'm talking about. You can feel when folks don't see you. When they don't see you. All they see is the piece of paper you brought in. That's what it's like. And when you start at a mega carrier, it's almost like you're under the assumption that this is what it is. This is how all truckers are treated everywhere. If you're anything like me, you learn to just blow it off. Just ignore it. Don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it. They're having a bad day. Whatever. Just get in, get out, get on with your life. And don't get me wrong. It's solid advice for when you're in those positions. However, it is the exact opposite at Landstar. And probably a lot of other places that are like Landstar. At Prime, the minority is the people who are going to actually look at you like a person, and most people are just, I don't know. It's just the way it is, man. It's the way it is. That's the way it is. Okay? 14 months was a long time enough for me to know that's the way it is. That's the way it is, man. It's the exact opposite at Landstar. The minority are the people who look at you like a piece of paper. Don't get me wrong, we got some DCs, we got some large places we go to here at Landstar. However, so many of our customers are small mom and pop places, no franchises. They got one building, it's right here in wherever United States you're sitting in, and we do business right here in our community, and that's the way we do business. So when you come in, they treat you like a person because you may be the truck driver of the week for them. You may be the one of 2 truck drivers they'll see this week. You might be one of 6 truck drivers they'll see this month. One of 8 truck drivers they're going to see the entire month of January. So it's total different feel, man. I delivered to this place in Louisiana, this bank place. They make stuff for banks. Like ATMs and ETMs. I didn't know we're even talking about ETM. Anyway, they make ATMs and ETMs and vaults and things of that nature. Well, I get out and I got to give her the paperwork, and she holds the door for me to come inside. So I come inside. She's like, hey, how's it going? You did start just talking to me about the day. So I'm holding my paperwork like, do you want this paperwork? So I keep standing there, and another guy comes out. Hey, how's it going? Making conversation. And then he gets on the forklift, and, he's like, okay, he takes the paperwork, unloading the trailer. But I'm standing there like, this is not what I usually do. Usually I take the paperwork, go sit in your truck. After he's done unloading everything, we cut some jokes a little bit. He told me a little bit about what they do at their business. It was just, he saw me as a person, man. You can feel it, dude. So many of them, be safe, Merry Christmas. Agents too, man. Plan on making another video about that. The customer base is totally different. These small mom and pop places are the truth. They are the truth. I told Ross and mentioned this in Discord earlier. I said, one way Landstar could be 1% better is if I could see the customer before I even called the agent. If I could see who the customer was. Shoot. If we could see who the customers were, bro, that would shut the game down. Some of these folks would have such a hard time. They'd be forced to treat truckers better. They'd be sending us surveys and stuff. If we could see the customer before we even called the agent, I'm telling you, some of these folks will have some problems getting truckers out there. I think so. Again, I'm not trash talking. I'm just being real. I'm being real. And some of these folks, it'd be so hard to catch a load to them because they be so in demand of truckers. We want to go there. Place I went to yesterday, day before yesterday, I want to go back. The bank place, that was a rough place to park. I want to go back. I'm trying to tell you. I want to go back. Dropped a hazmat load upstate South Carolina. I want to go back. It was just too chill. And they get to you immediately. Immediately. You don't wait. You'll be in a dock the other day. Hazmat load I brought to wherever. I think it was here in Texas. No, Alabama. I was in the dock 10 minutes. Gone. Sometimes you're in the dock 5 minutes. Gone. Couple minutes. Gone. Bro. Some of these places, I'm telling you, they see you, man. They see you as a person, as a real person. Whereas these megas, man, these DCs and stuff, they just go through so many people. And I don't fault them for it because I kind of get it, right? Like, when I was a 911 dispatcher, it was easy to get that same feeling. Because you take so many emergency calls a day that people calling and, you know, you just, 911, what's your emergency? You know, what's the address? What's fun? And you're not really feeling them as a person. You know what I mean? When I worked as a call taker for a bank, same thing. You look, you just, ma'am, you know, you're another transfer to me. You're another transaction to me. I just need to get it and get to the next call. So I get it. I get it. I totally get it. I get it. But it's different over here. And I really appreciate that. It's so nice. To the point where I get out the truck with a different attitude. I approach work with a different attitude. You know, it's just different, man. So, look, that's Prime customers versus Landstar customers. I'm about to check out. I feel like calling Christina. Y'all already know what the motto is. Work hard, play hard, sleep hard. Find you somebody to love. I love y'all. Don't forget, it's not about what you believe. It's all about why you believe it. Live free.